So last night in YouTube I saw Magnificent Seven, and this is a 1960s American Western film featuring the Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen and Booth Holtz and others. Robert Vaughn is there, and James Coburn is there. And I really enjoyed that particular film. And I really have to. I saw this particular film a long time ago, but when I saw it last night, and mostly I forgot about the. I know the storyline, because that's Seven Samurai stories, and so I know what's going on there. But I think. 1950s Seven Samurai by Kurosawa is a classic, right? And so you kind of compare them, those two films, and I felt like, wow, Seven Samurai. I mean, the Magnificent Seven is the remake, so therefore it's a lesser quality, and that's for one aspect, I think that's true, because original is always the best, right? Okay, but this Magnificent Seven also has a very I don't know, the seven those gunfighter has characters depicted very well in the film, and you can tell who is the this particular characters, and each one is very different characters, and each one was very nice, very humanistic characters. And Steve McQueen character, I don't know how strong he is, but he's always present there, and he's a survivor as well. And so that was nice. Also villain, and I don't know his name, was kind of a not depicted, depicted as a much more than original Seven Samurais villain, more personality and more ethics and so forth, and almost looks like he is like doing whatever he does for good cause or whatever, and so he at the end. This Seven Samurais kind of betrayed this villain and comes back and kill them. So that was like a little bit poignant in the film, and but overall I think very enjoyable. Magnificent Seven, very enjoyable, and the music is wonderful there, and. So about 1990s something, Denzel Washington and played that again, this Magnificent Seven, remake of Magnificent Seven. Original Magnificent Seven is a locality somewhere in Mexico, Mexican village, but I think this new one is the I think somewhere in the U.S. I think San Francisco or something like that. So a little bit different setting. But in that particular new Magnificent Seven, I saw it like a couple of years ago, and when I saw it, I liked it also, very nice. And but one of the vivid images like Peter Sarsgaard as a villain, and he was depicted kind of attractive, very. Villain as he is, but kind of your eyes goes to him, and that was somewhat, I think, what that was surprising, and yeah, as a Seven Samurais remake, I think maybe that's probably the third rank. I think the second one, Magnificent Seven, is very high, and Seven Samurai is very high there. And so, yeah, this type of good and bad fighting, and good finally win with a lot of sacrifice and it's kind of nice to see. And the violent aspects of it, you don't see much. You just bam, 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 bam. You kill them, and you don't see as a violence. And the Seven Samurai too, you kill them, but you don't see that much of the violent aspect of it. That's a typical Western film, and that's why those genre become very, very popular during 1960s. But you don't see that anymore. And samurai films also, it was very, very popular in 1950s and probably 60s, but they don't make it anymore. And that's kind of interesting. People taste changes, and I think they see it that now it's more like a violent act, even though you're a good cause, but still, it's like a violent act, and people don't like that anymore, or people got tired of it or something. So, as far as the Western movie is concerned, when I was growing up, when I was 10 or 15 years old, I have been seeing lots of American TV Western, like a Bronco or Cheyenne, and I liked it. I think people in Japan also liked them very much. That's a kind of a typical Western, right? So just recently I started to accumulate the DVD of the, for example, the Man Who Shot the Liberty Balance, High Noon, and so forth. And I liked it. Those of film. It's kind of a nostalgic feeling of the good versus evil, and always good win. And so that's like a very nice ending anyway. So Magnificent Seven are very, very nice. I think I recommend both of them. I think the 1960s one, the 1990s later version. Both of them are very fun to watch. And Seven Samurai, you have to watch that even though it's a black and white film. It's very, very enjoyable. And I think characterizations of those seven sword fighters are kind of fascinating. And there's a romance also there too. And so, I recommend those three films: Seven Samurai, Magnificent Seven in 1960s and 1990s.